Where would we be on Halloween without skulls? Great question, really. I suppose it takes us back to the meaning of Halloween. Hallows Eve, when the veil between the living and the dead is the thinnest. How's it getting any better than that? G'day, Michelle here from Mickey Art. And today is our Halloween theme for October. So I'm pouring a skull because, you know, why not? Not that we actually celebrate Halloween in our house very much, but that's okay. I've even got hands, feet and hands if I wanted to pour. Oh, I could give it pretty nails, couldn't I? It doesn't seem... Oh, it's that way. I was going to say it doesn't seem to have a thumb. But, anyway, I think my bones are a bit different to this one's bones. Maybe not. I don't know. I've never looked at an x-ray of my hands. So, we're going to do a bone pouring series today. And I'm trying to get my side camera working so we can watch the paint run down his face. But if that doesn't happen, I apologise. And so what colours am I going to use? This is actually recorded straight after a video that I posted a couple of days ago. Why do I know that it's a couple of days ago? Because I'm posting that one today, because there's nothing to dry, and I'm going to let this one dry. Hopefully this one works a lot better than that one did. So if you have been following me and you watched that disastrous series of coasters, here's the runoff paint that I scraped off. How's it getting any better than this? So I thought, well, this has got a bit of gold and bronze and all sorts in it, so it can be my dark colour, and it's still a bit thick. And then I'm going to add all sorts of weird and wonderful and wacky colours to it and just pour it over. So let's get down to it, getting this nice and runny. And as you can see, that's better, I've got it in a tin which I've squozen to a point. And the cool thing about doing that is that the paint then can be guided where to go, so we can make sure it gets under his eye sockets and around his jaw and things like that, and we don't have to worry too much about what else goes on. So we're going to do some copper. We're going to do some green for the scaly moss that's grown around the on him. We're going to do some red. You can all imagine what red indicates. We're going to do blue for reflection of the sky, maybe. I think we're going to have to scrape this one out. And now that we've got those colours in there, I'm going to put some of this golden white that I mixed up, because hopefully that's not going to mix with the black and go weird and funky. And then I'm going to put in a Bit of yellow, bright lemon yellow. Can you tell this is a use up colours day? This skull is going to be the most colourful skull. Maybe we should have the most colourful skull competition. I think that would be a cool idea. But that's just my point of view. A bit more green. See if we can get any more blue out of here. Bit more copper, because that's nearly empty too. Any red left in here? Wow, this is fun, using up all these colours. I get to mix all new colours tomorrow, yay! Bit more yellow, just because we've got it. And a bit more green. That yellow and this green actually make the most vibrant colour ever. So it's definitely an interesting pot in there, and nice and full. Let's move our water bottle out of the way. Let's see if I can get this thing to work now. Yay, it's working. Alright, I promise not to do any weird pouring things. And I'm really not sure how to do this, so I'm just going to pour it and just see what happens. Oop, fill up his eyeballs. See, there's that funky green that I was telling you about. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to do something different. It decided it doesn't want to use my camera. Oh, oops. I've done a terrible job of recording this. I don't think I'm supposed to be in the studio today, actually. So, I've just been going around filling in the gaps. All the bits that I can see that are just still plastic. And I think we've got a pretty much covered dude. What can you see? Oh no, under his chin is still not. I'm going to have to turn around so I can see what I'm doing. Still missing some spots. What's right about this? I'm not getting. Come on, dude. We need paint all over you. There's even a spot at the back of his head. Can you see that? If there's been there paint there once, there can be paint there again. Doop, doop. Doop, doop, doop. Just letting it smush down. The underside's probably not going to be seen anyway. Ooh, he looks pretty cool. Alright. Suddenly, the sunlight's gone away. I'm going to turn the light on and then I will... Actually, where you are right now, you've got a good view. Oh, I still missed a bit. This is ridiculous. There he goes. So he is extremely colourful. And just a little bit under that jaw there as well. Extremely colourful. What do you reckon? Oh, I think he looks awesome. But that's just me. He looks like he's smiling now. Yay! Happy black chappy. I've been painted. I'm no longer a boring old skull. How does it get any better than that? Yes, I like him. He is super cool. Now, I can see a couple of cells showing their little faces. So let's get out our new torch and see if there's any other cells in there that would like to show up today. Yes, there are. How does it get any better than that? Woohoo! All right, we have cells, we have colour. Oh, that's so cool. Let me show you all those cells. I hope they all hang around. He now looks like he's decaying. Some on his upper lip as well. Ah, he's cool. Oh, I'm super looking forward to him drying and being part of Halloween this year. How's it get any better than that? So I'm going to move him and see if we've got anything pretty underneath. Do you think we might have? I hope we do. Alright, let's get these lights turned on like I said before. And, oh, did that shed a bit more light? It did, yay! Now, this is very mucky looking. I'm not sure we're going to get anything out of here. Let's empty these tins out. Wow, that's why I emptied the tin out. Oh my god, look at that. Check that out. That looks funky. It's a bit zoomed in for you guys, sorry, but that piece there is super duper cool in my opinion. So, and it's definitely an oval. Let's get our blue tack and our glass cabochon. Blue tack goes on the rounded side and then it gets polished up. So there's no geeky stuff between the glass and the paint. And that's the bit I wanted. That's funky. Alright, hopefully that dries looking that funky. What else can we see in here? Okay. These two little bits here are really jumping out at me, but I'm not sure whether they will capture very well. That's quite a funky swirl. Let's have a look over here. So I just poured that tin out, and that's quite a cute little swirl. You know, the cool thing about doing it this way, guys, is you capture it, and then once it's dry, you know, in the first couple of days of it being dry, if you decide you don't like it, you just stick the cabochon in some water, and hey presto, you've got a clean cabochon again. Got to remember that there's a tacky film over there from the blue tack. But, alright. Right, I'm going to zoom you back out. And see if there's any more paint in here. Got to always remember that paint dries darker than it looks when it's wet. So there's nothing else in there that I'm excited by. So I'm going to get my cake tool and just swipe and torch. Where's my torch? There's nothing really exciting. Like really exciting. There's some cells in here, but nothing. I mean, this part here looks quite fun, but it's still okay. So what I'm going to do while I'm playing, because you know playing's fun, is water down this gold white till it's really quite runny, because I got told recently that the reason my swipes were not turning out was I was doing it completely up the whoops, and my swipe colour needed to be a lot runnier, and that's what needed to have the silicone in it. So that's that. I'm just watching these cells continuing to develop, and I'm wondering, is there anything I want to capture? I am actually going to capture something through here. What have I got? I think we might go sideways around there. I'm going to have lots of pendants. Lots and lots of pendants. There's bound to be somebody that asks me in the comments, how much do you sell your pendants for? Because I know some of you guys make pendants as well. I'm beautiful. Check this out, guys. See if I can get that smudge off there for you. That's gonna be pretty. Subtle and pretty. And then I'm going to have a go at swiping. Here we go. Let's try this. Let's put a bit more colour in here. I feel like Anne-Marie Ridderhoff doing this. Bit more green. If we can get any more blue out. Alright. Oh, am I supposed to put silicone in the white? Apparently. So, there you go. Silicone is in the white. Better clean off my knife. What should I do? A damp paper towel, like I normally do. And I'm really sorry to all those people that give me all these amazing hints in the comments. I take all your comments and suggestions on board, but then remembering who gave them to me, it's just not easy. So one beautiful lady did a video to show me how she does swipes, and she only wets half of her oops. Let's see, how does that go? Are we going to get anything worthwhile? No. The other thing they said was double swipe, so I'm going to go again. Drop that in there. I don't understand why you'd put the silicone in the top one, because I suppose if it's in underneath of the top one then it will bubble up, but didn't make sense to me really. Alright, let's torch it and see what happens. Anything? I think I'm destined to never swipe properly. What's right about this? I'm not getting. Well, I'm getting some cells in this slot, finally. Definitely getting cells. Alright. Let's go in for a closer look. So, because I love blue, this bluey purpley patch here is really capturing my eye. The rest of it's just kind of meh. Not really doing anything for me. But then the colours that we started with were a bit meh to start with, weren't they? No. I'm going to leave it. Let it develop. But I don't think there's going to be anything in there for us today, especially not if I drop things in it. I do like purple. So let's grab some of this. And do a bit of a smear. Last chance painting. Last chance. Is there anything worth it in there? Not that I'm seeing. It's really subtle rainbow in this part here. Really subtle. Let me take you in. But is it enough to be of value. No. Alright guys, I have had a really big play. It's been fun. There's lots of cells on this tile, but nothing really that's intricate and beautiful enough to put on a... I'm saying that. Then I look at this piece here. Look at that. That's actually really pretty. Maybe I'll put a square one in that. Do you think it will dry funky? It looks better on the screen than it does. Typical. Alright, I'm going to take a square one out of there. And then I'm going to be done. My throat's starting to yell at me. One. And you know what's coming to me about this is actually a teardrop in that rainbow area. I'm being very philosophical. This one's dedicated to all those beautiful souls that are not recognised, acknowledged or accepted. Let's see, did we get it? That looks pretty. It's pretty. It can stay. Alright, done. That's my fiddling. I'll be back with a dry skull sometime soon. Bye-bye. Alright. So, here he is. Mostly dry. I'm calling it a hum. That's funny. I think it is anyway. And it's basically stayed exactly as he was at the end of our pouring, except where I've taken the tin off, it's pulled away. That's okay. That's going to be where it's going to be sitting on something anyway. But the paint that was inside the tin, even though this has been several days, is still wet, so I can just grab some of it and touch it up, which is great for colour matching. It's all good. So I didn't get the inside of his jawbone, but I'm not too perturbed about that. It's not going to be hanging above them, and if it has, it'll be hanging from the head point, which kind of hangs them slightly down anyway. So unless they're behind him looking back up, it's not going to be a problem. Awesome. I like him. What I do want to point out though is, because we've got the wet paint, and the dry paint, you can really see how paint darkens when it dries. But that's not a problem at all, really, with this guy. I'm quite happy with him. In fact, super, super happy with him. Go back down on his little tin. Maybe I'll put him on a clean tin so that I can sit him that way and you guys can stare at him amusedly. So, what I want to show you is what happened after the pour. We got some cabochons out of it, which is awesome. Just get some of that. There you go, look at that. It's so subtle and pretty. I really like that one. It's dark and brooding like a skull. So that's the oval one. I like this one though. This is pretty, 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 pretty. It's intricate. Got some pinks and greens. Got a bit of paint on the outside which needs to be cleaned off before I put it into a pendant. As you can see at this point it just still scratches off. It's great. Just make sure you don't scratch the underside, otherwise you'll scratch all that off too. But that is pretty. I like that. And then the square one, that captured nicely. Look at that. So these pendants are all available for sale. If you'd like to snaffle one, I can ship those for a lot less than a full size painting. I reckon I can get them into a letter envelope, which is only $4. But I will tell you after tomorrow whether I can get away with that, because I'm going to be shipping my first 2 pendants overseas. Why is that not focusing? Here we go. So there we go, guys. 4 pendants and a skull and lots of fun. How does it get any better than that? So, prepping for Halloween. It's coming up. It really is. It's already the 22nd of November. So we've only got 8 more days till Halloween. That's enough time to pour and it to be dry by the time Halloween rolls around. So get in there, grab your paint, grab your skulls and pumpkins and witches' hats. I haven't done a witch's hat. I'm really considering doing a witch's hat. I'm not quite sure how to do it though. I might have to make one. Because all the witches' hats that I've seen in the shops are just like soft material. So I might have to make a cardboard one. How much fun can I have doing that? A cardboard one, a cardboard cone on a record. That could be fun. The other thing that I did with the leftover paint was put some on a card, and I don't know how many of you know that I make greeting cards with these. See if I can get a good shot of it. Color wise, maybe not. It's interesting. It's quite dark, but what I do is I cut out, oh, let me get you one. I cut out a piece of the painting and glue it onto a card, which I've got printed these on the back. And yeah, sell them. So if you're interested in seeing some of my cards, I will start posting some photos. They're $5 each. Postage might be the same amount. But I could definitely get that in an envelope, so that's easy. So yeah, that one will go on a card at some stage once it's completely dry. This is just card from the back of a, from the inside of a cereal box. It's quite a white card, on shinier card on the inside. So yeah, I really like this piece. So I'll probably bring the cut right down and include all of that. How's it get any better? Alright guys, thanks so much for joining me. Come play with us on acrylic pouring for fun. If you've done any Halloween themed pours, please check out the event on the group, and then you can post your videos, photos, whatever you've got up there, and we get to all celebrate the fun you've been having with acrylic pouring. I adore you all, and what else is possible? What else can we play with? How much more fun can we have? Bye bye.